Hey guys, it's just me, Twisted Tea Tarot. This is just a reading for the elements, which is fire, air, water, and earth, and spirit, which is kind of based off of the pentacle, if you know anything about that. And it's going to be from today, May 30th, all the way up until June 5th, June 6th is 6-ish. So just to get started, I kind of liked last time that I started with like a little quote thing that we can kind of just talk about. Let's just pull one out. I hope you guys are having a good week. It's really warm where I am. Summer's headed. Somewhere is on its way. When I surrender to my will to care, when I surrender my will to care for spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with every present stream of well-being. So what this means to me is just kind of, you're just surrendering. It's more about surrendering your will to the care of spirit. So spirit is like, to me, it's not just in the 5D, but it's our souls and stuff that are in this world. So spirit could also mean that you're caring for other people, surrendering to the care of other people. So if you like, it's all about unconditional love. And if you don't want to care about other people, then I would suggest that you do some reflecting. We're not going to get into certain details about that, but I can definitely resonate with that in my life. And the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. And also just taking care of yourself. I attune my energy with the ever-present stream of well-being and the universe. I attune my energy with the ever-present stream of well-being. So you're attuning your energy with also the well-being of others too. So it's not just you taking the well-being of you, it's also the well-being of others. And just because you haven't experienced something in your life doesn't mean that someone else's experience isn't invalid either. And some people have really gone through a lot of shitty things, and it doesn't matter where you stand in life. Some people have a better advantage than others, but that doesn't mean that you're invalid. But like, it's also about acknowledging everybody else's pain too. So, and then if you don't want to attune to that and care for those fellow humans and their spirit, and this, like, you're not really caring for 5D either, right? Which is source, which is God energy. So like, because we're all part of this earth. So if you're not going to care for your other well-being, then you're also doing yourself a disservice, because you're not really caring for yourself, because we're all connected. So let's just get started. Let's just see what the energy. I'm not going to follow a structure so much this time, but I still have my one from last week. So I'm going to just kind of see what the energy of fire is for this week from May 30th to June 5th, 6-ish, because I posted on Sundays. Protection, call back your power cut cords, soul retrieval. So fire is all about your passion, your creativity, action. I feel we're going to pull out one of these. Your passion, action. So spirit, when it comes to certain things in your life, wants to take action for you to cut those cords, those negative things, the lies, trust. And to trust in spirit and the universe and what it's bringing in for you. Stargazing. I'm getting like a bigger kind of picture to the whole world than just what you see. Perspective. None of this matters. Exactly what I said. Stargazing. Zoom out. Common ground. And I'm seeing this picture here, and I'm just thinking about all of us living on this earth, and it's just, it's beyond, things are in this world are beyond just one person and just us. And I'm really getting, like, if you are not, if if you feel powerless, if you feel like your power has been taken, it doesn't, I'm also getting like, it doesn't mean that you get to go take everybody else's power, if that makes sense, because two wrongs don't make a right, but at the same time, it's just hard, but there's a common ground, and it's just trusting in the universe and this zoom out complete ground. Like, lots of things don't actually matter. Like, and really getting back to that quote is what matters is really caring for each other as human. That's what actually matters. Balance and spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. So you could be a Pisces. I thought this card was from the same deck for a second, and I was like, what? Balance, spirituality, and practicality. So we can't just all the time live in a spiritual kind of 5D place, because that's just not out of balance. You are here for a human experience. But that also being said, that's where this balance is coming from, where it's like you have to zoom out, because we're getting really fixated on really small, insignificant things and constraints that are put on here to kind of to control you. And that's why this card is to call back your power and like get into that fiery energy. What do I want to do now? Let's get some tarot. What's the energy of fire for this week? Strength. You have the strength to pull out these cords, to move towards your passions. I'm getting like Leo energy. That's why this power is like you think that you don't have this power, and you've let people kind of say that, like convince you otherwise. So the Page of Pentacles. So I'm getting grounded. Like Pentacles are all about planning, creating a strategic plan that's also practical too, to bring in your passions, which are also attached to your dreams, and how to get there. Oh gosh, King of Wands. You are this King of Wands. You are literally this King of Wands, which is fire signs, which is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So, and the King of Wands is a very kind of flirty and energetic king. And he's also very, when he's upright, he's balanced, and he knows his passions, but he kind of will create a plan on how to achieve those passions that he wants to bring forward in his life. He's also, fire is also, to me, is protective too. So this is about, Five of Wands is about walking away from kinds of just needing to defend yourself and all the time, and not, what am I trying to say? This King of Wands is fiery, but he doesn't let his fire get out of the control. He uses it to fuel himself, but he also knows when and not to pick a fight. But like, sometimes we have to defend things, but sometimes it's the energy isn't worth our while, because we're just going to burn ourselves out. And it's not to say to ignore things around us, but sometimes actually the better thing to do for our world and our lives is to focus on ourselves within balance, because we're not going to change the thing people around. I'm getting really onto people for some reason today. how can we bring more fire into our lives? Let's just see. How can we bring more fire? How can we bring more fiery passion into our lives? Why do I just feel like I'm smashing my cards in together today? The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. That's an interesting card to come out. How can we bring more fire into our lives? What I'm getting is to walk through this darkness. You have to walk through this darkness in order to get to this much more happier place. Hold your vision. Of course, someone is rubbing their cars outside when I'm doing this, but it's just so hot for me to close the window. So hold your vision. Get a clear vision of what your passions are and what you're trying to create. Soul plan and the fated life versus destiny life. So what this book actually says, your fated life versus your destiny life is your destiny is what you came here to do, what you planned for yourself to do. Your fated life is just kind of what you were born, like you were born into this world. It's your fate to just be that, like, to be a, I don't know, just like to be something that society has kind of decided for you. Holding your vision. So it's remembering what your purpose is, what you're passionate about, because those passions are also part of what your purpose is on this earth and what you're meant to do here. Just one more card. What can we do to bring more passion and fiery energy into our lives? Hitting the mark, intention, detachment. Detach from the things around you. And it's all about it's all about your perception. It's all about confidence too, and strength, and like a circular route. So someone has may have made you feel like you are powerless and that you don't have the strength to actually bring forward what the dreams that you're actually trying to create. And this is the second time, like, perception has come up, because we got this void card here. Perspective and perception, how you're perceiving things. Perspective, where are you standing on the fence? So your perspective, and perception are kind of the same thing, where it's just like, how are you perceiving yourself? Perspective is like how you're kind of viewing things from around you. So are you falling for these kinds of beliefs that just aren't true? So you need to detach from those feelings and set intentions to achieve your visions. And I'm getting at, you're also going to hit the mark. Let's get the Marigold deck. What else is going on? The Star, there's hope. It's as simple as that. There's hope. For Eight of Swords, so you're not stuck. It's just a perception that you're stuck. Ace of Swords. So a lot of it all has to do with with the things that are in your thoughts. Are you going to let the thoughts get away with you? So a new beginning of how you're perceiving things. I don't feel like this is, like, you're going to get, justice is going to prevail. You're going to get the truth. You're going to get what you deserve. The scales are going to be balanced. And that's pretty much it for fire. Let's see what kind of advice well, let's just get a closing message. Let's get a closing message. Council of Light. Divine orchestration. Helpers in subtle realms. So there are people around you that are meant to help you. Generosity, receiving, withholding. Receiving, withholding. So you're holding back on something with yourself. You're not allowing yourself to fully see a vision or get a full vision of what you want to create, and you're not allowing yourself to fully immerse yourself in your passion. And I'm getting, because you've been told, because you're too passionate, and that's why like you feel stuck, because it's just like it's all in your mind, because and a new beginning of your thoughts, because it's just you're seeing the truth about situations around you, and you're seeing through the illusion, right? So the illusion is that you are stuck, and that you have to be in this place because that's just the way it is, but it's not the case. A new start is coming for your passions. What's this new start about? See, double times, strength. A new beginning when it comes to your self-worth and how you perceive yourself. Chariot, you're coming through it. Like, strength is Leo, Cancer, or Chariot is Cancer. King of Cups. So there could be someone also romantically coming into you that's going to romance you, but you also are this King of Cups where you're emotionally in control of yourself, and you expressed your thoughts to the people around you. And I want one more card. As this King, she says, Page of Cups. So there might be some romantic offers coming. I'm feeling compelled to say there might be some romantic offers coming, because now I'm picking up there could also be a bit of a person coming in too, because it's like, who wants to make a romantic offer, and I'm getting that this person is also, they were perceiving something about you as well, and the way the world that needs to be and what they need to be, but the truth is going to be delivered. But this also don't get so hung up on just romance, but I'm feeling compelled to say that. Page of Cups is like a new outlook on creativity. You're trusting your emotions, relationships, something to do with relationships. Like there could, because 2 cups came out, and how you're perceiving the people around you, like there's going to be new people coming in that are going to help you to achieve your passions, who are or going to bring in a new kind of passion into your life. And that's not necessarily bad either too. I'm feeling compelled to say it's you can do both at the same time. You don't have to just wait till you're a certain spot in your life with your own career. Like if there is someone that comes in romantically, don't push it away because it's romantic, or like it's a romantic and you want to focus on your career. Sometimes that's what we need, is a little bit of like spark from people, and as long as you're working on yourself, there's nothing wrong with that too. Sometimes you just need you need that companionship too. And I feel like with all that has happened this year and in 2020 and this year, a lot of people are looking for companionship. People have lost a lot of people on purging and lessons and seeing the truth of situations. And it's just, if there's one person that brings you more joy into your life, don't deny that from yourself just because the perception is something what you've been told. Okay, so just advice to help accomplish our desires with these little card things. I was really freaked out last week when all the element ones came out for air. Water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. So there is some healing that needs to be done with everybody, not with everybody, but for those who resonate. But it's just like, you have recognized that your passions, but there's a lot of constraints I'm getting that have been put on people to make them think that they're not worthy of their desires and their passions. Wishes come true. Rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. So another just kind of confirmation. if you heal these aspects, I'm getting that will help to get you into the right vibration to achieve those dreams and wishes. The sun, the golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. So I like that for where I live right now because it's super beautiful out right now. We're headed towards summer, so that's all about the energy. So fire, isn't that funny? The element of fire heralds a new life, renewed passion, and positive transformation. So working with the element of fire, maybe you need to go have a fire on a beautiful day like this somewhere in a park, and then or at night after you spend some time in the sun. It's going to just bring in a new sense of energy for you. So that is Mr. Fire. I just thought of that theme song from Batman. He's Mr. White Christmas. He's Mr. Snow. I don't know why. So we're moving on to water. So what is the energy of water? What's the current energy of water? The age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Assistance control. So ask for assistance from people around you. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything on the line must go when it comes to water, the element of water. What else is going on with the element of water? So water is your intuition, your emotions, love, and relationships. So just like with connected with fire, there's something going on here this week where maybe you're giving up control of certain relationships or having to have a relationship a certain way, and you're not letting other people control you when it comes to your relationships, to surrender to the divine. So giving up control and surrendering to the divine. I'm also getting that this is making some people uncomfortable. Because you're questioning everything on the line, but you're being presented with this whole new idea around you, so that you're not really sure on how to approach it. But you've been trained for this for lifetimes. Spirit is saying, you're here to bring in more light. And I'm getting you're here to assist with raising the light, so you just have to surrender to the divine. You're being presented with you're questioning these things for a reason around you, and you're trusting your intuition. Your emotions might not be aligning with the things that you're being told around you as the Queen of Swords, but I don't feel like it's reversed. I feel like this is upright, where it's just kind of you're ready to just kind of, I'm not in a mean fashion, but cut out all this shit that's in your life when it comes to relationships. Relationships don't necessarily have to be romantic, but it could be work relationships. And this is going to bring a lot of healing because you're kind of letting go of this. 9 of Swords. You've been in a state of just emotional turmoil. And I don't feel like this came out reversed, but I feel like it's also, you're having a hard time making that leap of faith, like the Fool, towards your goals, and you're having a hard time trusting the intuition around you. So okay, so that's for it that's for water. What's just the general how can we trust our intuition more? How can we trust our intuition more? The greater gather, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits soul tribe. By asking your soul tribe for help. Being yo, bitches. Here's spirit guides, where are you? Where's James right now? That's the name of my one spirit guide. The Lady of Lightning surprises something, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. Sometimes shock. Surprises, sometimes shock. I'm getting that, like, there's something coming in that it's just like you don't see it coming, but it's gonna just blow you off your feet, and you feel this with your intuition, but it's just like it's so out there and just so weird, like not weird, but like that it doesn't even seem like it's gonna happen. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So that's meant to just really shift, like shift you out of this state that you're in. Let's get the moonology one. Expect a powerful change when it comes to water. And I can feel it right now. There's a lot of healing going on. And people are just having a hard time trusting their intuition, and spirit's just like, it's there, you see it, it's there, but you're just having a hard time. New moon eclipse. So there could have also been something with this eclipse that just happened. Like, I could relate to that. There's something that has majorly shifted around. And things are like, I'm getting that people are just not willing to be in a certain place anymore. It's all coming together. Surrender at rock bottom. You might be at a rock bottom, or you might be headed towards a rock bottom. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Just because you're hitting rock bottom doesn't mean that's this negative thing that is bad. Sometimes you need to hit rock bottom in order to actually move forward with things. So how can we trust our intuition more? Six of Swords. It's just funny. Six of Cups. So this is about your childhood things. Queen of Swords. I don't feel like it's reversed. It's not reversed. You are this passionate lady. Queens of Swords, Queens of Wands are also people, like, they're very fiery and they're very passionate, and like they're also very patient, but if they want something, they really go get it. And this is something, like, these are things, these are dreams. And I'm also getting, there's like, again, there's like a return from somebody, from someone in the past. And it's just going to kind of change your world. It's going to bring a lot of healing energy with the Six of Swords here. And you're going to be able to move on from it. I do feel like that was me. That was not spirit. That was spirit. You're going to have to make a decision. And you're also, I'm getting with this card, sometimes you're going to have to look past the illusion. Try to use your intuition to look past what is actually going on here. So that's what you can do to trust. Your passions are what are also leading you. That's how you can also trust your intuition. If you're being guided towards something that has to do with your passions and your creativity and your dreams, that's how you trust it. Just trust where you're being led. If something pops up, that's how you can trust. And I'm also getting with the Six of Cups, like, acknowledging some of the things that maybe occurred from, like, in the past. And just like if you're feeling that you're kind of wanting to walk away from things from the past, I'm also getting within the current situation that is right for you to do, but also being practical about it. Back to that fire. Still being practical about it. Like, you still have things that you need to do, like bills and things, but you need to just create a practical plan. But Queens of Wands, she also is a planner as well. She has her passion. She knows what she wants. So she just starts creating a plan that will help execute her plans, and that's all she just focuses on her passions. Okay, so some closing messages. closing messages. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. So going outside and spending some time in nature, maybe putting your feet in a creek, in a river somewhere, that would help to get you grounded and to also heal and let things go. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. This is whole entire video so far. It's just like, keep holding the vision. Keep holding the vision. Don't let the things around you take you off your game when it comes to your passions and your dreams and your desires. The Sun Dancers, joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance. Prosperity lies ahead. Full new moon in Taurus. So I'm getting with this that to keep holding that vision, to stay grounded, and to not let the illusions around you change your perception of what, and change and get inside your head. Like, put those swords up and block things. Like, don't not ignore, but like use your introspection to see through it, right? So there's a lot more. I'm just feeling a lot of like illusions. They're saying like illusions, and then like that's why they want you to get grounded, because there's people out there that don't necessarily want you to succeed. So you need to see past that. It's happening, and to celebrate the life and the abundance that's also around you right now. That's kind of the closing, and that will help to bring in more prosperity into your life, because you're focusing on what you're already successful about. You have to, in order to draw in what you're successful about, you have to focus on what you already is, and not focusing on what you're not. And that's a lot of things that our world, the way our world works, is like this lack of this scarcity consciousness. I feel like that's a secret that people don't really want people to know. Scared that if you focus on just joyful things and not everybody else, and think that what's going on around, that you will get out of that situation. So 5 of Rings. So feeling left out in the cold, and moving towards like getting rid of this feeling of not moving towards success with the 8 of Wands, once again with passion. 8 of Cups, walking away from healing, and 3 of Cups, celebrating. So trusting where you're being led. You are headed to calmer waters with the 8 of Cups. So I'm just going to get some advice. Advice to go with the flow more. Insight, open the third eye to strengthen intuition. So maybe doing some meditating. Prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. So focus on the passions that you have, that you like doing. That's what's going to bring you more abundance. Triple spiral, listening to the divine wisdom and joyful learning life lessons. So listening to your soulmate, like your soul team. Trinica 5, manifesting money and income. Oh my God. So just go with the flow and just trust. Meditate and and do something healing. So also getting into water will help open up your third eye. That's kind of crazy. Just lots of abundance, and going with the flow. And I'm also getting, again, like detaching from letting go of control. and detaching from things, right? Because if you're just trying to control every aspect of how it comes in, it's not going to come in for you. So that is water. That's a really good one too. Okay. Where are we? That's not spirit. Let's do, we did air last, so let's do air right now last time. We'll do earth last. So this is air. The crumbling, what are you clinging on to? And they want another one from this one. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So I feel like this is in connection with water. So it's just going with the flow. Stop trying so hard. Like being consistent with the things that you're passionate. You can't not do anything and just expect things to happen. But discernment, clear vision, details. A lot to do with visions. Vision. I just keep hearing in my head, your vision. What is your vision? Getting a clear idea. Specific details. And then sometimes it's just like you might be getting consumed about just getting out of a situation, but sometimes it's just like you just need to, like, like when you're in a riptide in water, sometimes you have to actually just stop trying to fight, because the more you fight, you're exhausting yourself. And then you have to figure out where the direction is in a riptide, is just the basics of it, so you can swim out of it. So discernment. Discernment to me is also, don't get too desperate. So if someone's coming in being like, oh, I can really make this happen for you, maybe don't go with that specific. If it just seems too good to be true, sometimes it is too good to be true. The crumbling, what are you clinging onto around you? A lot about walking through gates and things. Be bold and make the first move. So you might be clinging to a situation and then you just want to leave it, right? But that's also where discernment is coming in. So obviously, once again, if you have bills and things that you need to pay for, you can't just up and leave some situation, but that's where you need to get a clear vision and take a break. It's not a season. If you're having a hard time seeing the path that's ahead of you, making a decision on something. With water, what's going on here? What else? Yeah, so again, repeat cards. I feel like taking all the King of Swords, getting a clear plan. Things are out of balance. I'm getting mostly with money in a tower moment. I was saying something to do with tower earlier. I'm really drawn to this tower moment. And I'm getting with this tower moment that it has to do with the situation that you're in. And you might want to be out of it so much, but that's also where discernment comes, because it's just like, is it the right time to execute something? And that's what, I can't tell you the answer to that for your specific situation. I don't think any reader out there can do that for you. It's you that has to determine and trust your own intuition. Be like, is this the right thing for me to do at this time? I'm going to do what is going on in our mental space, because it seems like there's some kind of decision that needs to be made, but someone's having a hard time kind of seeing it. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? So you might be needing to give yourself a little bit more attention to kind of, I'm taking that. All paths lead to home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So it's funny that this card came out because it's like a tower moment too. And I'm getting that someone just needs to go within and really figure out what they're trying to achieve and get a clear vision. Oh my goodness, this situation is just like kind of not awful per se, but it's just like it's not serving you anymore. It's like someone's just in a situation because they have to be, not because they wants to be. But a new romantic cycle begins. So because that's romantic, I'm going to pull up the card that I also... Communication is key. Communicating what... Because this could also be for someone specific. A new romantic cycle begins. So that could also be with you, but it also could just be... It could also be with somebody that's also coming in. Communication is key. So you need to communicate what you feel within. I'm also getting a little bit too, it could be about a person that comes in with something, maybe not like an apology. This is also connected to the water as well, that it's going to bring some healing, but it's also, you need to usually just discernment. And it's not to say that you cannot give a person a chance, but it's just being aware of where you're standing with a person. And it's like it's okay to give a chance, but just make sure that if you enter into a romantic connection from something from the past, that you're making sure that you have to define that like you've defined the boundaries, and yet you're communicating things, and that you don't forget to also keep focusing on yourself and how you can take care of yourself is what I'm also getting. And I feel like a little bit of this mental anguish has to do with a person as well, where it's just kind of taking a lot of someone's kind of power and taking a break, but it's also it's not just that either. So what else is kind of going on with our mental states? 8 of Swords, yeah, like you just feel fucking stuck. Page of Swords, a lot to do with mental planning. The Moon, trusting in the darkness. Intuition, trusting your intuition. So if you get a weird vibe from somebody, just trust your intuition. 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands, I mean. So you're at a crossroads and you're kind of being presented with a decision that you have to be made. And that's interesting. It's air has some really weird energy, and it has to do a lot with thoughts and your passions, but someone's in their head too much about a situation. Get out of your head. Let's get some closing messages. Was there one that closing messages? One wants to flip. I can feel it. Inner temple, devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. So your heart will help to guide you on what you're doing, where you need to go in that decision. So, and that's how you trust your intuition. If it's feeling funky, don't get into it. Trust into your intuition. Get into your inner temple. Get inside your own headspace. Messenger. Serious and bringing harmony and balance into the situation. So the Star, transformation. The Queen of Light, illumination, enlightenment, celebration. So celebrating yourself. And I feel like there's some things that are going to be illuminated, and it's going to bring you some healing. This is very interesting. This one is I'm having a hard time kind of getting into the, it's very Holy shit. Your hard work is paying off. And I'm getting, it has to do, like, the reason why you're confused, because it's like two of wands. Do I go this way or do I go that way? And that's where the confusion is from. And it's like, someone's just like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know where to go. And it's just like, when this tower moment happens, I'm getting, it's going to illuminate for you the direction that you need to go to. But it has to, I'm getting like that energy. It's like, it kind of has to happen in order for you to kind of see. Which is why sometimes with energy, it's like they don't give you all of what's going on, because if you give everything that's going on, you're not going to react in the way that they kind of want you to react, if that makes sense. So they'll give you some advice. So that's what this advice is to get into the devotion of it. Devote yourself and get into your heart temple, the magician. So you are powerful. You have all these things at your service of the elements. King of Cups. So there could be some kind of offer coming in. This came up reverse, and I'm feeling compelled. Like, so don't. If this is coming from a person, and I'm really kind of feeling that it is a little bit this tower moment. Don't just slash the sword. Like, oh, you returned and you did this and you did this to me in the past. Don't just like go around slashing the sword. Like, give them a, like, Spirit's saying, give them a chance. Give them a chance. Like, hear them out. Like, hear what they have to say. Don't make a decision. Don't make a decision before what you make, because you don't really know how people are gonna come. And sometimes when your energy is in a certain place, you're kind of dictating the energy too. So be in the energy of just being in the light, and your hard work is paying off. 7 of Swords. So this is about like being strategic with things, and there might become a truth, something coming up with the truth about a lie from the past, because there's this illumination here with this card, and that's what's going to also bring in some healing for you, because it's like something happened and it's really caused you to question yourself in your head, not so much your passions, but like the question your, like, it's just been in your head, and it has made you question your passions a little bit and your desires, because it's just like, well, what happened with this person or the situation, what happened. So what kind of advice should we ask from air? How should we approach this tower moment that could potentially happen this week? How should we approach it? Powerful power symbol: cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. Self-confidence, strong self-belief, and self-worth. So really making sure that you focus on your self-worth during this earth. Getting grounded. Ask the element of earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. Spirit. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. So calling in your spirit team from the 5D to help assist you with this. I love how this looks. Sorry, I just needed to comment on that. It looks so, I like it. The black on the rainbow. Calling in spirit, that will also help to help you through this tower moment. I'm also getting, when this tower moment is happening, they're going to be around. So trust your intuition. And they're going to help guide, like, they're going to help to illuminate that. And your hard work is paying off. And to communicate, like, just be calm and communicate. Don't slash the person. Like, if this is a person that's coming in, don't just be like, you did this, attack mode, like, because that's also not going to help a situation either if you're just aggressive off the bat, because clearly if you're being aggressive with the situation, you haven't learned anything either. So from what you needed to learn. So let's see what Earth has to say, because I have to pee. Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Oh, goodness. And that one came out. I'm going to take it. Reflection. Non-judgment. Optimism, aggression. So don't be overly aggressive. Don't be overly aggressive. And be optimistic. You might be trying to make something happen, but sometimes you just have to take a step back and reflect on what you're trying to create. Don't forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader that you wish you had. So it's literally just walking into a different kind of, you know who you are. You've reflected. It's time to take action. So Aries, which is fire, that this is a very interesting reading too this week. So what's going on with Earth? Ten of Swords. You're healing certain things that you've been, like in this betrayal, the Hermit. You're really evaluating, you're really reflecting inwardly. The Knight of Pentacles. So you kind of have a plan. It's slow moving, but sometimes it's better than nothing. We're just going to flip this one over. I don't feel like it's for this one. The High Priestess. I love it. You are this High Priestess. Trust in the intuition. You've been reflecting on things. And even though it's coming in slow, you know that something is coming in for you. Reflection. You are this pillar of light. You are the leader. The High Priestess is a leader too, because she doesn't sway to anybody. She's like, she'll just sit there and be like, no, I'm going to do this because the energy I'm getting from this isn't making me feel very good, so we're not going to do that. And it's not to say not to listen to anybody, but sometimes it's seeing past that darkness through that illusion. And that's what's also going on too for this week. Like, I hate to say it, but our world is very full of illusions and a lot of lies. So, and people have been really taught in our society not to trust their intuition, that in order to do certain things, you have to be aggressive all the time and really force things and be in control of something. And if you don't, that you're not going to be successful. I want to see what's coming in for career. What is coming in for like career, for our purpose in this 3D world? Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Man, do I have to pee? The big picture thinking. So right back to like that fire, taking a step back, visionary. What kind of vision do you have? Inspired ideas, pursuing the things that make you feel inspired instead of making you feel blah and just down in the dumps. The Ice Queen. Ideas preserved, non-action, entitlement. So and that's where it's also being trusting your intuition. Optimism, being positive, but preserved ideas is just kind of like keeping those ideas at mind, but also trusting your intuition. Be like, is this the right time to take action, or do I need to get more grounded, right? And then making sure your vibe is also not overly entitled. Like I'm getting to, what do you feel like you're entitled to? This is weird too. Believe in the impossible. So something is, I'm getting a lot like, because I feel weirdly confused with this reading. I'm just like, well, what is all this? And then it's like a week goes by, but then Spirit's just like, you have to just take a step back and just take it slow and reflect and be in that hermit mode, and just keep having that vision and planning and doing things that will help pursuing your passions and stuff, but then not, it's just like, but don't forcing it. It's like in that balance, right? So it's just like, and it's going to, I'm getting it. Something just said it's going to make more sense when something actually kind of pans out. So what is coming in for career? Transformation. The Empress. Like, you're going to be this queen who just has these foundations in love. So it could be that a partner's also coming in too to match this Empress card. which I also love. I don't like the way those fell out. It kind of messed up my hand. The World. You're headed for success. You might just have to make a big decision about something, and it could be around your career. Okay, I'll take those. Justice. So this is like, there's repeat cards coming from the other ones. King of Cups. So a King of Cups could also be coming in with some kind of romantic offer, but you also could just be in control of your emotions, and you're emotionally in control of yourself. And there's going to be a truth, some kind of truth coming in that's just going to shake up some things, and it's going to bring in a lot of healing. Watery, a lot of healing. I like this King of Cups. Look at those nice muscles. So, and he's an emotionally mature person, and he's in control of his emotions, and he doesn't let his emotions get the best of him. But he expresses his emotions. So believing in the impossible. So if this is something to do with some person in your life, believe in the impossible, but still being grounded, right? Still doing you, and just still focusing on your own abundance as well. So reflection, non-judgment. I'm also getting to with this non-judgment now too, is if this King of Cups does come into your life, not to be too judgmental, right? Don't be too aggressive. I'm getting brought back to that air kind of energy where it's just like, don't just slash them away, hear them out before you make a decision, right? And sometimes it's just like, you just have to kind of go with it. Like if someone's just kind of talking with you, you don't need to, Spirits just said, you don't need to make a decision right that second either. Just kind of get some feelers out. Unless there's something really, really obvious. I've been in situations like, no, you're just around. Any closing messages for Earth? But I'm also getting with this king, that you are still really focused on your abundance and your empress and your purpose on this earth. But this king, he's coming in, and it might be, it's not that he's going to help specifically with it, but he's going to bring in a lot of encourage and support, and that's what's going to also push you further too, because let's face it, something like, we are humans, and it's not about just being by yourself and all the time. Like sometimes you meet that one person, it's just like they always give you that person, that push, and if they approve of it, then it's just like it inspires you even more, right? So that's just kind of what I'm getting with that. So that's not to be don't just deny it, right? Like I'm just gonna say for myself, sometimes when it comes to love these days, that I've been in situations when I get very consumed by life, and I have been in situations where I get very consumed about a partner and I lose myself. So like when I think about someone coming in romantically, sometimes I get excited, but then I'm also like, there's a little bit of fear where it's just like, I don't want to lose myself. So, but if you're aware of that, you're not going to lose yourself. The Seven Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of like expression. Mirroring. What's being mirrored to you? Positive expectations, clarity. Something's going to bring in a clear kind of thing for this closing message. The answers you need are coming. So maybe you need some clarification about a situation that happened, and that's what's going to also bring in some healing energy to you. What's going on? Closing message. What's this mirroring about? What you're manifesting, the things in your 3D world, how you perceive things in your 3D world when it comes to success. The World again came out. So about success, expectations you have. Oh my goodness, they're just excited. Eight of Rings, which is still focusing on your crafts, on your trade. And this king came out, but I'm also getting don't be so fixated on money. This king is very fixated on money. Don't be so fixated on the money around you. So let's just get some advice. Let's just see. How do we manifest? Some advice on just getting more grounded. Actually, I changed my mind. How to get more grounded. Star. The star. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. Time to shine creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. Which is funny that the star came out. Maybe taking a walk and looking at the stars, breaking bad habits, self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. So letting go of money, that's what's also going to make you shine. Money is supposed to flow. Air, work with the element of air to cut through. I think we've gotten all of the elements with this reading. Work with the element of air to cut through the core of the situation and see the truth. So working with air. So instead, people are like, how do you work with air? It's invisible. But wind air is very strong, and it brings in new ideas when it's blowing, right? So self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. So maybe going for a walk and looking at the stars and letting the wind kind of take those thoughts, and just envisioning yourself giving those negative thoughts to the wind and letting it just take it away creates energetic and the time to shine creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. So if you let this go, like, get out of your head, let those thoughts from the past that's no longer the narrative. And I'm if it's about a person, that person has changed. If you say that this person is this, and then you're also just reaffirming that they haven't changed, right? And that's not to say that you don't also accept that this person may have also not changed, just being detached from the outcome of it. And I just feel like getting some animals just to close this reading, and then just some messages from spirit. Harmony. This is there's some harmony coming back into this week. Swans might be a sign. Transformation, intention. The jaguars, the snake. Oh my goodness. And one more card. Or two or three, actually. Inspiration, balance, and celebration. That's lovely. So being inspired by the things around you and celebrating where you've already come. And that's going to bring in balance. Water dragon. Isn't that hilarious? And snake. So I just want to see. I just want to use this and kind of see. I also feel like there's a feminine energy here with me. I keep wanting to say I just heard the name Mary. Slow down and be still so you don't miss the message I send you. I just heard the name Mary. So you could know someone with the name Mary. Oh, there's one hidden. I remember you in the younger days and the unconditional love we shared. I feel like this is also a grandma, Mary, grandma. And I know that to some people it might be like, well, of course there's a Mary and a grandma. And she's just like this lady is very bossy though. She's just like, no, you say my name. You say it. I help you every day. Please trust that. I do feel like this is... You saw someone who resembled me. I arranged that. If you fall from grace, I'm here to lift you up. When you feel chills on the side of your body, it's me. You are forgiven. Please forgive. Spend some time in nature. So it's someone watching this video. This also spirit is also saying, Mary, this grandma, is also saying, spend time in nature. And this will help to release these things. This could also be about a person. This person too, if it's a spirit. Release your grief. It blocks the joy I am helping you to create. So also too, where the people that are departed are also here to assist you too. So that's what I mean is calling in your spirit team. So this could be this Mary. She's also taller and she has really long. She has really long arms. She's tea. That might be the most random message. Tea. Drinking tea. You might have enjoyed the cups of tea with her. And also if you drink tea, she's with you in that moment. So if that lady, she just said she just said, I'm just seeing it like a situation where someone was sick and then someone didn't really realize that this person was this sick and they were in a hospital of some sorts, and then it was just like someone put a situation first and then didn't come to this Mary person, and then she ended up passing away, and then there's like regret and grief that you didn't take the time to actually say goodbye to her. And a lot of mental anguish is coming from this, because it's just like you're beating yourself up because you didn't say goodbye to this person, or you didn't, and that's what she was potentially. I just heard I was asking for her, but then they didn't come, and then she ended up. But to let that go, like let it go to her. Go sit in the trees. Go sit underneath a tree. Maybe something like, I'm also getting trees sitting in your favorite spot with this person. Maybe you went to the spot with this person a lot, and that's like they want you to sit there, and while you're sitting there, to communicate that to them, and like they're hearing you. She's a very tall lady, very slender. She has very long fingers. Is there anything else you would like to say? There also might have been some disagreements in the situation, she's saying, and maybe she didn't completely approve of what you were doing, but ultimately they want you to be happy. So if that's what you're reading, then let me know. And so that's what I'm going to close. I also do tarot and oracle readings if that's what you're interested in. And I think I'm going to make a new offer for energy tarot oracle readings and mediumship readings, all kind of combined together. It's about, but it's going to be about 2 hours for about $100-ish. So if you're interested in that, let me know and send me a message. Anyways, have a good day, guys, or a good week. Bye.